WolfPunch.
No, I demand attention. If I had to watch Tag, people have to hear me talk about it.
Well, we're WolfPunch,
Yeah.
and Kyle just said what movie we're reviewing. So.
Oh, was that a secret? They didn't know.
No, they did. They knew.
They clicked on.
They would know clicking on the link when it says Tag.
I think people are just so excited to see a new WolfPunch episode, they click on it immediately. And
True, they don't even read it. Yeah.
You're
Just
right.
like, no.
Oh, well, fuck.
Well, fuck.
If they make a sequel to this, it's called Tag You're It, right?
Of course.
If they make a sequel to this, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
That's recorded. I can't go back on it.
Yeah.
I think they have a better chance of completing the solo trilogy than
Playground rules.
I would rather them complete the solo trilogy than make one more Tag movie.
Wow.
Tune in next year for Wolffuck reviews. Tag You're It. And we're done.
At my funeral.
Anyway.
All right, so we are, like we said, we are WolfPunch. I'm Yezin. We got Kyle,
And
Dan,
Yeah.
back from E3.
Yeah.
Michael Kemp,
Hello.
and Zane.
Are we going to get an E3 report?
yeah, I think we should harp on that more.
Am I just going to talk about video games for like a half hour
Yeah.
or something?
I mean, this movie fucking sucks.
We
so
can
it
keep
doesn't
bringing
matter.
up E3, but
Yeah.
never let you say anything.
That gives
about
us more nerd cred that one of our representatives was at a big important convention.
Nah, that's true.
Yeah, he was out there repping WolfPunch.
Listen up, nerds. WolfPunch was invited to E3, and we got the scoop on all of the latest video games.
Taking over the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck have you guys done?
But first, we're going to talk about tags. Stay tuned for our new secret character in Super Smash Brothers that only Dan knows about.
Can we make the title of this clickbait? And it's us exposing the new character in Smash Bros.
WolfPunch exclusive.
We won't even talk about
Well,
Tag.
don't say who it is yet.
character designs on our webpage.
I figured it'd be Wally, right? I mean,
What?
Wally.
what? Yes, Wally.
We're not saying who the character is yet. All right.
Why
So
would it be a wolf named Wally? I don't know.
Hey, shut up.
There's
Anyway.
already a character named Wolf in the game.
Spoilers, it's Balto.
Ah!
Balto. Anyway.
anyways,
Yeah. So Tag? You want me to
this
tell you what it
yeah,
is?
give
Tag,
us the
you're done.
lowdown on tag.
Let's see. So the movie is about a small group of former classmates that organize an elaborate annual game of tag that requires some to travel all over the country. What a shitty
Movie?
sum up of this movie.
Yeah,
on
'cause that-
IMDb.
that very
the film.
I mean, it does.
It doesn't really happen a lot. They like travel
generic.
once.
Yeah.
And then, or they try, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, I guess they do go to like
But that's just
different
where they're
parts of the
setting
country.
everyone up. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Anyway,
Dumb.
it stars Ed Helms,
Jeremy Renner, Jake Johnson, John Hamm,
Hannibal Buress,
Isla Fisher,
Isla Fisher,
Ela,
Rashida
fucking
Jones.
Isla. Who cares?
I kind of want to call her Rebel.
Rashida Jones. Yeah, I wouldn't call her Rebel Alley.
It's also got that guy from like the IT crowd.
What?
I don't know.
The dude that tried to waterboard?
Yeah, the dude-
Start
yeah, they
by
tried to
Silicon
waterboard.
That's
That's Silicon Valley.
Right, so
Sounds
my
like
bad,
IT
sorry.
crowd. No.
They're all nerds.
They're all
the
nerds.
same. Fuck
Dan
up.
got it.
I'm in the E3. I know what I'm talking about.
Alright.
He's just sick of all of them. at this point.
Oh, and fucking what's her name? Leslie Bibb.
Oh yeah,
Brown
Leslie
Wolf.
Bibb, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Anyway, so this movie's trash. I think we all agree.
Not good.
It's trash.
It's not a good movie. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got its funny. It's got its like funny zingers.
Like
Not
what?
even.
It's
What?
got a few. Hannibal
The
Buress.
miscarriage jokes were
Oh.
funny.
The miscarriage jokes were.
Yeah, I mean the miscarriage of justice. That was funny. Yeah, Hannibal Buress has good lines. So
Yeah.
if you're a fan of Hannibal Buress, you want to see him say funny things. That's the only thing you'll get out of this.
Something I noticed about that though was like whenever Hannibal had like his little zingers or whatever, it was always like a close-up shot of him, like he wasn't with the group, and they like reshot a bunch of them.
They probably just they're probably like, hey, you're funny, ad lib, and we'll use the best one, and then they probably did that.
Yeah, that's pretty much how comedies are made now.
Yeah, they really.
You're probably right.
Except at least with this one, you just got one of each of his instead of watching another modern comedy where you hear 11 ideas that somebody says in a row.
Yeah.
just to make sure the audience laughs.
Sure.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
my God,
give
that
me,
was
give
so
me,
loud.
give me an example.
Ghostbusters 2016,
Okay.
American Hustle. In all honesty,
Fuck that movie.
you watch that movie and like every time I watch it now, I just think David O. Russell just let actors talk for a long amount of time, and it's
I absolutely
really
hate that movie.
That movie's not so bad.
Oh, it's trash.
I don't
It's good.
hate
It's a
it.
good movie.
I enjoy
It's a fun movie. It's not amazing. It's not a masterpiece, but it's good.
entertaining. It's a movie.
Yeah.
I say it's garbage.
It's
Anyway.
a movie.
It's a movie.
Hey, forget about
Where'd you
it.
go, Italy? Or
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, I like
California?
I was in E3.
What are you, Mario now?
Yes, I am Mario.
You're Wario.
Yeah, I'm Mario.
Anyway, yeah, so right out the gate, Ed Helms is like the main character.
He's narrating.
He
it.
plays a guy named Hoagie or Hogan or whatever. Who
Hogan.
cares?
Hulk Hoagie.
Hulk Hoagie,
His name was
and
Hogan.
he's the one going around getting everybody together, and it's
He's like the plucky like main character. He's like, let's all get together. We can do this. We're a team. We can.
Well, he
Get-
tells everybody at the beginning of the movie this is Jeremy Renner's last year.
Right.
Mm.
So the
Doing
point.
it, he's never been.
So the
caught.
point of the movie is like there's like 4 friends and they've been playing game of tag every May for like for decades. For
23
years. 30 years.
I was 23.
That's the real story. But
Or something.
anyway,
It doesn't matter.
It's been a couple decades. So, and one of them has never been tagged. So never in the month of May have they been able to put their hand on him and tag him. So they're like, this year he's getting married in May. We're gonna get him at his wedding.
Yeah, and he's gonna retire from the game, so it's kind of like their last chance
Yeah.
to actually tag him.
Right. So you got Ed Helms and he sucks, and then you got then there's John Hamm who plays the successful, arrogant one, and Jake Johnson who plays the stoner, and Hannibal Buress who plays the funny one with issues that is just always like weirdly he's the straight man.
Yeah, he has like his head on his
Is he
shoulders
though?
Kind of.
Yeah, like when he was
They-
talking at home.
The only character that is never the straight man is the stoner. They flip flop on that like throughout the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
That's kind of true. But I guess for me, Hannibal Buress is always one thing like, guys, this is crazy. Let's just relax.
let's take
He's
a
like he's commentating. Kind
To
of,
me, he's like a worrywart though, not a straight man. Like because that's supposed to be, I don't know. I think it's supposed to be funny.
Well, at least he's the only one with that.
Either way, the movie's not a structural masterpiece or anything like that. But
Definitely not.
yeah, this movie just. I mean, you guys said before, like, who's this movie made for? Like, it doesn't have kind of.
That's me.
No, I don't fucking get it. This movie is rated R.
Rated
And I
R.
have no idea why, because it's not raunchy or like bold humor.
No nudity.
No nudity. Someone like
There's
sitting there
some old
for
man nudity at the end with the footage.
Yeah, well, thank God for that.
There's one shot that implies teenagers get a teenager getting a hand.
Oh, that's true. That was weird.
Yeah,
Like, that was
Yeah, okay, yeah, there was that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
other than that, the plot.
That's too much for you guys. Tag stepped over the line with the teenage hand job.
I mean, that girl looked like she was like 14, so that was weird.
I mean, also I'm just saying, like, but the plot of the movie and like the tone of it is this wimpy, dumb bullshit tone that like
Yeah.
your mom and her church group would watch. Of like they're silly, but fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, we saw a rated R movie.
Yeah.
I mean, heavens to Betsy.
Well, they were playing
It was-
tag. You know, and like it's silly watching
Yeah.
a bunch of grown men, but I think it's cute they get together
Oh,
still.
hush, honey, hush.
Like,
What the
picture-
fuck
preacher
across the
stuff.
Mason Dixie?
I'm just.
That's who this movie's for.
I had a boss at AAA, and her name was Brenda, and that's exactly what she sounded like. Every morning when I walk into work, she'd be like, "Hey Zane, did you watch The Walking Dead last night?" And I'm like,
I did. No, but the point is, those people, they're not going to go see this movie because it's rated R. And then like 17-year-old to like 30-year-old guys who are like, oh, I'm going to go see an R-rated comedy because I can go do that, are not going to give a fuck about this dumb, wimpy movie.
Yeah.
There's no point. It's not made for anybody.
It's
a dumb, big pile of shit.
yeah, it's really. I mean, everything that
It's not even formulaic enough to be
it's really
like
not.
passable.
No.
It's pretty formulaic.
No,
I see what you mean. I agree. I'm not as emotional about it. I just saw the movie, so maybe I haven't had time
had
to
to watch.
stew and like see over it. But
We stewed for a while.
yeah, like I kind of agree that like there's no real target. It's like it's kind of like, oh, this is for this is for old people.
So then you were reading. Sorry, but Zane was reading like audience like review comments.
Oh my god!
And that made me want to kill
It was
myself.
insane.
Where someone was like, I knew this movie was funny the second he threw a Coke can in the trash.
Yeah.
And it set the tone where I knew this was going to be a good movie. And I was like, was this written on construction paper? Like with a fucking crayon?
I was looking at Reddit to like see if people agreed with me. I guess whatever.
Do people like this movie?
Most, if not all, of the comments that I read Friday night on the like R Movies subreddit were mainly positive. Like
Because it's
people,
inoffensive, like
but
bullshit.
it's
just
not
there.
funny though.
It's not funny, but it's
It's
there.
like nothing's
like,
happening.
People are stupid, Zane. Okay,
I get it, but
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to Reddit at this moment, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what the critical consensus is on this movie, but
I don't either.
Critical consensus.
So
but the WolfPunch is critical.
But to me, like, this isn't great. One more thing I'll mention, and I know it's been brought up by us outside, is like Isla Fisher's character is something that was to me like maybe the hardest pill to swallow.
That was bad.
Mm.
I was
Was
just like, she was probably like the worst part of the movie. And I like Isla Fisher.
It might have been
Same.
my favorite part of the movie.
You're a
I don't know
goddamn
why.
fool.
what is wrong?
Shut up.
Well,
I
for
like-
one, you're a monster.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like this weird thing, like you gotta write her out of the movie, right? Like you gotta.
No, you write the fucking journalist out of the movie.
Oh,
She
yeah,
was
that's
absolutely,
stupid.
absolutely pointless.
I don't get what the deal. We'll get into that, but yeah, the thing with Isla Fisher is just like it's just like a weird. I mean, not to. You know what? I will get into this.
Get into it.
I will get into
Yeah,
it.
Get into it.
What else
All
do we
right.
have to talk about?
All right.
Tag.
So this is gonna get into like some politics here, but I feel like there's a thing where movies feel like, well, it is a movie with a bunch of men, but we can't just have it be men. Well, let's put a woman in there also to like so that it's there's like
To have a miscarriage.
yeah.
Different woman, Dan.
Oh, no, that's what you were getting at. Okay, continue.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
We'll get to the miscarriage, but.
Miscarriage of justice.
Oh boy. No, but like I feel like it's a thing where they're like, oh, let's put that in there. But the thing is, like, structurally, what you've written is a movie about a bunch of guys playing this game.
Yeah.
So having one of their wives not be playing, but also be super into the game, it's just like weird, and it's not.
Talk
it's not,
about being sidelined.
she's so sidelined, and it's like a thing where like it's like, oh, you just don't want us to have women. And it's like, no, I'm saying pick one. Like either it's a movie where a bunch of guys play this, or it's a movie where men and women both play this. Like just pick one.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have like a wife character, it actually, I know this might sound like it's like pigeonhole. It might be better to have her just be really annoyed and skeptical.
That's what me and Zane were talking
Well,
about.
let's get into that later.
I'm ready to fire on all
It
phases.
might be time to get this now. Because like what I'm thinking is like,
Alright, whatever.
it's like maybe someone thinking like, oh, so you're just gonna make the woman like a shrew, and it's like, no, you just make her a normal person who is annoyed by this thing you should obviously be annoyed by.
This is what me and Zane were talking about.
Yeah.
Is 3 of my least favorite characters in this movie are like all like comedy movie gimmick characters that don't fit in very well. Of like, we have the crazy radical wife who thinks this is neat,
Yeah.
or like fat
She's basically
schlubby.
Lois Griffin. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
It's like Lois Griffin
Yeah.
in every time when they're like
Lois Griffin when
Lois
she
is-
learned self-defense in
Yeah.
that one episode.
Or like, but basically like Lois Griffin was like, well, Peter is like the funny one. We can't have her just be like level-headed and nagging. So let's have her crazy side, and they do it like 5 times every season.
And then it's the fat lispy bartender who is like so
Yeah.
desperate to join the gang.
Fucking stupid.
And then like the mom who's like hitting on his friends and
But like not hitting it. Like,
and she's like clearly spaced out.
I'm
Like,
sure it's only in 2 scenes.
yeah,
Thank
because
God.
she was like way too much.
worthless.
And like me and Zane were talking about, you know what would make this movie funnier? I'm not saying that's a super original idea, but if everyone thought it was dumb that they do this,
Yeah, everybody.
it like the fucking fat bartender lispy guy was so annoying.
Mhm.
Where he's like, I want to play. Is this my chance to get in? And I'm gonna run into the van and fall over.
Yep.
And it's like, shouldn't he just be a guy who's like, I don't know why you're asking me where Hawkeye is because
Yeah.
I don't play tag when I'm 40 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Like everybody should have been annoyed with these guys who like come home once a month or
Trash
once
the
a year
town.
Destroy the town.
and like yeah, exactly, run through people's houses and shit. Like they should all fucking hate these idiots, and the movie should be about them just growing the fuck up. And
I don't even think it needs to be
I don't
about
know
them
if it needs to
growing
be about
up.
that, but it
I
should
don't
be a
know.
thing where they're like they're actually facing some kind of resistance from the people around them. Because instead, like
It makes it
literally
funny.
no one who thinks the game is dumb has a line in the movie.
Yeah.
Like you see people around them like looking like what's going on there,
Yeah.
but none of them speak.
No.
Like except maybe like the doctor, like at the end, the doctor at the end, Dr. Yoon or something.
He was pissed
He was
because
confused.
He's
Stoner
the, I feel like
guys.
the only one. But like other than that, like I mean, for example, you have well, I guess Rashida Jones' character thought it was dumb.
She
She still showed up.
I
As
think
a
she's done.
psychiatrist that was
she was still trying to fuck Weedy McBeard face.
Yeah. The psychiatrist was actually really funny. I thought that whole bit with Hannibal Buress.
like you said.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
Hannibal
funny
Buress
that it
one
was
of the-
in Portland and Carrie, whatever her name from Portlandia was?
Oh, I didn't
the
think about
fucking-
that.
yeah. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Jokes.
Anyway, moving on.
Carrie from Portlandia
Like
was
the
I don't watch Portlandia. I don't know what you're talking about.
just the idea that like when they make this report, and the reporter's like, I'm gonna make this my story and follow you guys around the country for like 2 weeks.
But
Like,
she decides instantly, like,
yeah. Doesn't consult anybody.
No.
Doesn't say like
she's like, I'm coming with you.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, lady, why?
But she
Like,
has gumption, Kyle.
no, shut your mouth, Michael. Shut the
they should have
fuck
cast Amy Adams.
Mm.
she was absolutely pointless. Like
Yeah.
the movie could have gone on completely without her, and nothing, literally nothing, would have changed.
Yeah, I thought it was like gonna end with like the story being published and that playing in somehow, but it's,
No,
like, it didn't matter at all.
it ended
I
with the real story.
Literally, she's there. Literally, she's there so that they can be like, or at least to me, I got the sense that like, so that because John Hamm doesn't get Rashida Jones, like, yeah, but maybe him in this report
Yeah,
later.
I thought the same thing.
Like, like that was
That character,
I have no time for that too.
that
Yeah.
character should have been a lady who was going to write this story about how like dumb and irresponsible and weird these guys are, and then along the way she could be charmed by them.
She learns to love.
Guys,
She was-
it's based on a true story. You can't rewrite history.
I feel like the
I am
biggest
90%
part
sure
is-
that this story was written because some journalist saw YouTube clips and didn't just like go to an interview one day and was like, "What's this crazy thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm following you around
or
the
like
country."
one of their wives or kids.
Somebody
called the newspaper like, "Hey, you want to
I
hear?"
got a hot lead for you.
It's like, hey,
extra.
Because this started in the 20s.
hey, my friend Susan who works at the paper, you should do a story about this. And I'm like, okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Slow news day. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So I mean, it just good lord,
Fucking
so many dumb decisions.
How did you guys feel about the voiceovers that they like to do?
First time? funny.
The first time, yeah, Jeremy Renner breaking it down like Sherlock,
Yeah,
hilarious.
cracked me up. When like that was like the first time I laughed in the theater. Was
Yeah.
like when the stoner is like leaping at him and he's like, Chili charges at me like a pussy. And
Yeah.
it was like it's really funny.
Of course you'd like that.
Yeah, it was
That
hilarious.
was fun.
I hated all of them.
The second time, the only part when it was funny was when it got to like Hannibal Buress and he was like thinking about bi-weekly.
Yes, that,
Like,
that
that's
part was
funny.
funny.
That part was.
Hannibal Buress really weirdly was like very funny throughout the movie.
Yeah,
He was the only.
but that's because he's the
only
character that
funny
gets like the least shit to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
So he only just like,
he doesn't really
That's
have an
nice.
arc. He doesn't have anything going on. You just like
and he was the best casting choice.
he's there. He's there to say, "Oh, they have a black friend."
Yeah.
and he's funny and like that's pretty much it.
But he's also like
He's also the best.
He's the funniest part. He's the best casting, just because like his delivery of his lines is part of why it's really funny.
Jake Johnson was pretty good too.
Yeah, but I think Jake Johnson, like he just has the most jokes.
Sure.
So like,
I think Jake Johnson felt the most like a cartoon. Like he felt the most like a type. Like, oh, and here's our stoner friend who's always stoned.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, they did whatever they felt like in the moment with that character, but it was
Yeah.
like it's like throwing a handful of pennies at a jar, and eventually like a couple will land in there.
Sure. Yeah.
But you still got to sweep up the floor.
Yeah.
And see this movie. It's a mess.
Anyway, yeah. Oh, it's a definite mess.
It wasted Don Draper's time.
It really did. So I think we were talking about this Friday night, and the movie should have started showing all the crazy ways that they've like, all the elaborate ways that they've tried to tag each other. Like it should have shown, like what they showed at the end with like the guy hiding in the mascot or whatever, the baseball game, or like running in.
So you
on
think
the guy
it should have started with like a voiceover, like me and my friends have been playing this game.
It didn't.
No,
I mean,
no,
I guess.
I'm saying like, and it's not necessarily like, it was more interesting seeing what these guys did in real life
Yeah.
than watching this movie because it was like, you could use these.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they did one of like, it showed the clip of like the guy dressed as an old lady,
Yeah,
and they turned that into a sequence in the movie, and I was
Yeah.
like, this was fine.
yeah,
You could have done more stuff like that.
like that. Yes, more clever ways of like not even just trying to get Renner, but like showing the ways throughout the years that
Yeah.
you've done it.
And at least have people hate that they're doing this. Because property
Exactly.
damage is funny because you're not supposed to do it.
Yeah,
That's why we do it in real life.
exactly.
Yeah, it's. I mean, like, there's like the moment where they trick Jeremy Renner or they kind of trick him into coming to the venue for the wedding.
Which
And we
pissed me
bitched
off.
about that too because they turned off all the lights.
All the lights
in it.
are off. Why would he go inside?
Yeah, come on.
He's not an idiot.
And well, at the end of that chase scene, he jumps out the window, and it's like, what? You're gonna?
Yeah,
Well,
That's
they're
a
all
window.
rich.
they keep breaking windows in this movie. They
Yeah.
broke so many.
Oh, I will
I was
say
real upset about
one-
that. Same
There
last
was
one.
one funny bit at the beginning with John Hamm where he throws the chair.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I didn't know
that was great.
That scene I was already pissed off because
Exactly.
Ed Helms is like incognito as a janitor and he's like just smashing stuff in the background.
He's like not being
And I was,
good at
yeah, I was
doing
like,
that.
is this supposed to be funny or?
I
like-
agree, but
Yeah.
I do think it was funny when he threw the chair at the glass and it didn't and it just came back again. I thought that was good.
Dan, you're being very quiet. Don't tell me you like this movie.
I didn't like the movie, but you guys are being way. Your fucking expectations for Tag are retarded.
No. I didn't even have expectations for it.
It sounds like you did.
It was just such a
Like,
He has
such
a
a
point.
middle
I don't
of the
know
wall.
anyone else that would be this angry about fucking Tag. Like, voice has been raised so high about
If
that.
I had never
I
been
have that
tagged,
on
I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a point. Like, I came in, you told me it was going to be really bad. I left the movie like, yeah, that wasn't good. But, like, I was just upset.
Like,
you guys,
I'm not like, I don't feel like my time was wasted. I'm not vehemently angry about it. Like, it felt like I just sat down and watched a made-for-TV TBS movie for an hour and a half.
Yeah, I feel like my time was wasted. I feel
I
like
do,
I
too.
didn't
Yeah, me too.
watch anything worthwhile.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not
I
that
feel
I.
like Dan. I feel like I kind of just watched a dumb movie. I think the part of me that feels like you feel might be, I really like John Hamm.
Yeah,
Uh,
John Hamm is why I watched this movie. That's
And-
why I agreed to this.
and I want him to get good roles and
He's bad at
do
picking
good
movies. We were
movies.
talking about that too.
Yeah, but he gets good ones too. Like he
Like what?
was in,
$1 Million Arm.
Yeah, duh.
but he was in the Baby Driver.
yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Small
I
part.
think
He was good in the town, too, but that was over.
and you know he voices something in Legion.
Oh, yeah,
And
Not a
that's
movie.
real good.
That's not a movie.
It's a show.
It's a good role.
It's a real good role for him.
Same.
This doesn't matter.
Whatever,
The point
yeah.
is, it's not that I had like I never expected Tag to be a masterpiece,
No.
but I didn't see a trailer for it. I just heard about the cast,
Sure.
and you guys all seemed excited to see it, so I was expecting it to at least be like sort of a Hangover, Wedding Crashers, like
yeah.
that level of like It's not a masterpiece or
Yeah.
anything, but it'll be a fun
But you have
watch.
fun.
It's
yeah.
more like the Delivery Man.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
yeah.
Well, I don't know what that is.
The
Yeah,
Delivery
that's
Man
smart.
was a movie where Vince Vaughn
Jesus
had
Christ.
like
It
a
was-
million kids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
like,
remember when that came out.
It was like a remake of a French movie called Starbucks.
Problem one, Vince Vaughn.
Well,
Ooh, wait a minute.
Vinny V.
Vinny V is a good actor in the right circumstances.
He was good at Speed Racer.
I've never
It was.
seen that. So
It's
I
so
don't know.
good.
I've not
Tales from
seen
the Pack,
Wedding
Speed
Crashers.
Racer.
Yes.
Coming at you soon.
Anyway, but like, when I say it was like the Delivery Man, it's in the sense that like it's just trying to be like wholesome with some swear words.
Yeah,
But wow.
that's exactly it. Exactly.
They
They're
probably,
lame.
honestly, they probably didn't know if they were going to be R or PG-13, so they kind of filmed it down the middle to hedge the bet how this movie wanted to be released.
Probably.
I can almost guarantee that's the case.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably it.
They had one too many fucks in there, I guess, to not make it PG-13 because there was no Nothing. I mean, other than maybe weed, but like.
Like I feel like we could go in and edit this movie in like 2
I know,
minutes
but,
to
like,
make
that's
it
what I'm
not
saying.
rated R.
You could be smoking weeds in a PG-13
Weeds.
movie.
Yeah.
Dude, where's
Cool.
my car?
Yeah.
Smoking the reefer.
So guys, we still haven't talked about the
Oh,
miscarriage.
the
of justice.
miscarriage. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So that's the fucking most
So
awkward
I
thing. that-
mean, first of all, like spoilers, I guess. If you give a shit,
Oh, yeah.
but you should. Go on.
Anyway, Jeremy Renner gets trapped by the 4 other guys in this like kitchen area of this church, and his wife comes in.
At
and
an
she's-
AA meeting.
Yeah,
by
at
the
an
way.
AA meeting, they
Yeah,
find out
'cause
he's a
he's-
fucking alcoholic.
He's in AA,
Yeah.
and they never address it.
Ever again, which is hilarious and stupid. Not hilarious in the fact that it's funny, but like.
It's like it was a
Dumb.
weird.
Lazy writing.
Yes.
It was a weird choice, but I'll allow it.
Anyway, so his wife shows up, and then she's like
It's on their
freaking
wedding
out
day.
because it's on their wedding day, and she needs him to like get ready for the wedding. But then she like is, I don't know, she grabs her stomach and she's basically like having a miscarriage in front of them, and everyone's freaking out.
It's like a really dramatic scene.
Yeah,
She's like
yeah.
yelling, and so it's believable that.
Yeah, and then Jake Johnson's the only one going like, "That's bullshit. It's so over the top. This is bullshit. Go tag him. Tag me. I'll go tag him." Like whatever. Everybody's like, "Dude, chill out. It's fucking real." Whatever. He tells fucking John Hamm that he's gonna crush his windpipe if he comes near him or something.
Yeah.
So anyway, ends up being fake. And Jake Johnson was right, and everybody acted like he was the dickhead when he wasn't the shit pile of human garbage.
No,
It was,
and it's weird where it's like, are you supposed to ever be able to like Leslie Bibb's character again?
exactly.
Because it's like if you can get past the like miscarriage joke, because that's fine. I lie all the time. It's great to do. But,
Sure.
I mean, like immediately right after
don't
that,
lie.
like well,
I
the point
lie.
is, shut up. The point is, like they told them that the wedding was canceled
Yes.
for health issues,
Yeah.
and had they believed that lie, all of his best friends wouldn't have gone to that wedding.
Exactly.
And like right afterwards, like she's just like talking to her bridesmaids, having them like carry her dress. She's like snapping her fingers at her. And you're like, oh, so she's kind of a bitch everywhere.
and
Like,
she totally lied about even being pregnant.
Yeah.
Too. So
you're
there's
like,
that on top of
it's
it.
pretty
That's
dark.
all part of the master plan.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessarily supposed to make her unlikable. It just made her an antagonist.
See, I don't think it's supposed to make her unlikable. I think that it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
It
about
makes
that.
her. It's like I don't know why, but it just
No
like,
more than
feels like
Jeremy
she
Renner.
concocted the plan or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was
Like,
weird.
yeah.
It was just really weird.
She became crazier than Isla Fisher's character.
Yeah, a little bit. It was like it was. I don't know. It felt like
Some
they were
weird
trying to
stuff.
make like a edgy joke that just did not land.
See, but this movie like goes out of its way to like set up and avoid those all the time. Like the fact that Jeremy Renner is in an AA meeting and they're like, "Yo, let's go fuck up this AA meeting."
Yeah.
Could be so funny.
Hilarious.
That could be like some sunny shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the appropriate setting for this.
Exactly.
They just sort of skirt over it. Like
yeah.
the movie does this the entire time.
Honestly-
it shouldn't be rated R.
Bringing up Sunny is actually probably good because I think that ideally is more the vibe this movie should have gone for.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, agreed.
It's
Yeah.
always
It really
sunny in
works.
Philadelphia.
As a Sunny episode.
Like the idea of them like going, and again, that's the reason why Sunny always works is that aside from like they've got their rickety cricket, they got their McPoyles, but in general,
They're
it's,
the pieces of shit.
it's like these 4 pieces of shit running around ruining everyone's day.
Yeah. Exactly.
And in this, it's just like they're like the lovable they're like the lovable players, like the lovable troupe running
Yeah.
around, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is awesome! Let me join!" Like, no, it's just us, and it's like.
You guys are dickheads.
Yeah.
Like they're nothing but dickheads.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. There could have been they could have done more with the AA. I think. Well, I guess I'm kind of torn because it seems like with the movie, the whole time it seems like, all right, this movie is eventually going to go somewhere like dramatic. You're just waiting for it to do it. It's like it's eventually can go to somewhere heartfelt, like as something about like their relationship and like them as a group. You know it's going to go there eventually,
Yeah.
but you don't know when. And so like at the moment where like it's like, oh, he's in AA, I think, oh, maybe we're gonna find out like, oh, they're so concerned with this game, but he has a problem. And then when the miscarriage happens, like, oh, maybe like they were so concerned with this game, but
they're ignoring
like
lives.
that he has the real life problems.
Yeah.
I thought maybe like his wife was gonna get mad at him and like ask for say like the wedding's off.
That's
Yeah.
what should have happened.
That's what the fake out should have been.
Something like that.
I totally disagree, but continue.
Yeah.
But
'Cause that would have been so
and so they
gross.
keep doing this like fake out. It's like, oh, here's where it gets serious, and then it doesn't. And then here it's gonna get serious, and then it doesn't. And at the end, they finally do it because we find out like that Ed Helms is dying. He thinks.
Mm.
He
No,
is.
he knows. He knows.
Well, he
He's
doesn't.
definitely
He doesn't know he's gonna. It's
a
gonna.
tumor
Gesson
beside
wants
him.
to believe that he's still out there playing tag long after this movie. Just let him have it.
I don't know. Okay, so maybe he's done. Whatever. Point is, Ed Helms is cancer. He's in bad shape, and it's like, oh, this might be my last game of tag. And then he's like, Jeremy Renner, let me tag you so the game can go. And then
Which
Jeremy
is
Renner's
just
like,
a cop out.
all right, dude. I mean, it's.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
Such a cop out indulging a terminally ill. Wow.
The entire movie is
What?
built around this guy fucking running away from him the whole time, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, like it'd be a real bro move if you like spent your whole time running away from us. Run to me, man."
No,
Let
I
me
do.
tag
I
you.
do think it would have played out
Just
better
come
if
on.
Jeremy Renner would have been the one to be like, you know what, tag me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is true.
I agree.
Like,
Jeremy Renner probably should have been the one to
He should have
offer.
been less of a shit, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like it was just so. I guess what threw me off about this movie is just like the tone what we were talking about of is it wholesome? Is it trying to be a rated R comedy? Is it just didn't pick a lane to go down, and it kind of peeked down different avenues, but it never went down.
But see, I guess that's what I was saying is the thing. Like they actually set up several places where it could get dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
for
then,
sure.
And then it just didn't. Like the AA meeting, the
Yeah.
miscarriage,
The love
the
triangle.
love triangle, and then they ignore all those, and at the end, it's like, actually,
See, you even have to laugh at the words love triangle. 'cause
No,
it's
I'm
like-
laughing at you guys like talking about more drama in the fucking movie Tag.
no, I'm saying like they set up all these places where it seems like it wanted to get dramatic, but then they do. I'm not saying that they should have been more dramatic throughout.
Mm.
I'm saying either pick one. Or do none of them, and what they do instead is that they like set up all of these and just do one arbitrarily. Like, oh, what you do? It's like you only need one of these areas, and then just make that dramatic.
It's just really muddled.
Or my preference is don't get dramatic at all. Be like
Agreed.
Sunny.
Be funny.
Yeah, be funny,
Be
not
funny like
dramatic.
Sunny.
Yeah, and like I'm not saying it should be dramatic. I'm saying like if you're gonna be dramatic, you set up too many.
Yeah.
But really, don't get dramatic. Just do a thing where they're all assholes and they're all just like,
Yeah.
we like this game.
Property damage.
Because, I mean, they're already assholes. The fact they're like, we're going to crash a wedding and interrupt the ceremony
Yeah.
to tag our friend. Like, you're automatically a jerk, but they just, like,
Gloss
dance
over it.
around it. Where
Yeah.
they're like, no, this is cute. We knew it was going to happen. This was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
How about Ed Helms' character and Isla Fisher's character have kids?
Yeah.
Wait, they do?
Yeah. At one point, she's like, "Here, let me show you pictures of our kids."
Yeah,
to the
Because that's
reporter.
just like put in there, again, probably an ad-lib line, where it's like just supposed to be really funny, where she's like, man, I should have brought my gun to shoot all these cool birds, and then it's
That
like,
was so
let me show you
weird.
pictures of my kids, so the audience was go, she watches children,
She's a feisty mom.
Yeah.
and later you're like, they're gonna grow up without a dad.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking.
I have to know. So it was a rated R movie, and there was a point.
And no boobs.
Yeah, right. I know you're really upset about that saying,
No boobs.
but there was a
Except for
point.
the
That's
four
Zane's
leads.
quote for the episode.
God, you're an idiot. Except for the four.
Except for the what?
4 leads.
Oh my god.
Because there are a bunch of boobs.
God.
All right, so that's Zane's quote for the episode.
Yeah.
No boobs.
But there was a scene where all of a sudden the filming changed and there was a dark haze when they were in the woods.
Oh, yeah, that
Mm.
part.
And,
is
and,
weird.
and the one character got hit by a log.
And he should have fucking died.
Okay, at that point I was like, fuck, is this movie like flipping everything and it's gonna be like a horror movie?
Oh, you're an idiot.
Like a murder? Because he had that room with all the weird shit and the monitors.
Never mind.
What's
You were
wrong with
hoping
you?
it was going to turn into a snuff movie?
I want to live in your brain for a day. Like, I just want to see the world through the lens that
murdering
you did.
everybody.
Tag, you're it.
Tag, you're next. Like,
All right, to Kevin's credit, there was the one scene where like they showed like Like you got aerial pictures of the city and shit like that.
Yeah, like weird
I
shit.
thought it'd be like a funny thing, or it turned out that like Jeremy Renner's character was like CIA or some weird shit like that.
Oh man.
No, but not like where he's
That would
terrorist.
actually fit, yeah.
I just
Yeah.
wish like
Or
I
like
could be
he's
in
a
the theater
terrorist or something.
and see Kemp like scooting in his chair, like, oh man, Tag is getting a little scary.
That was.
And it was like,
oh
oh
my
shit, are
God.
they dead now? Like,
Are they dead now? They just crashed a golf cart. Are they dead?
Someone serves John Hamm chocolate cake with peanuts in it, and they just bring his MVP and he fucking dies.
Oh my God.
Oh man,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Apparently I was the
ridiculous.
only one. I'm
Guys,
sorry.
Yeah, definitely.
guys, I love how this game is bringing us together.
Yeah,
I mean, this movie. Sorry.
that
No,
would
it's
be
just lowering my opinion, guys' taste in movies.
Damn it.
So it's doing the opposite for me.
cool.
You're Jeremy Renner.
That's fine. I'm cool being humble.
I would have liked your movie better, Michael.
Exactly. I was like, this might have been a better movie if that's what they did. It would have subverted expectations.
Shut the fuck up.
I mean, it would have been a way different movie, that's for sure.
That would have been brilliant marketing.
It's like, oh, look at this fun movie. Shit, everybody's dead now. Woof.
But yeah, I mean,
Anyway.
again, like I think it could have been a really funny movie if they had like gone like this sunny route where like you guys are saying, like if they're all assholes, everyone else thinks this game's weird and stupid, but they do it and they're fucking up everything, and like Jeremy Renner's wife could be super pissed, Ed Helms' wife could be super pissed, or just only do one wife and then a journalist maybe.
No, the journalist part is so just.
Again, it's I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea to have like a guest
How
character
about
with
someone?
them.
How about the
But-
journalist is just some random person at the wedding that's like, what the fuck's going on here?
I
Maybe.
would have
I-
expected the journalist to be like the conduit, like us, like our point of view, like the audience witnessing all of this.
Yeah.
That's what I expected in the movie.
I'm just thinking if Jeremy Renner murdered all of them, Isla Fisher would have to avenge them, and that would be like a crazy off. Ah,
See, I wrote
what
about
a
movie.
missed opportunity.
Kyle's lost
Yeah.
Anyway.
right now.
But instead, it's just kind of a turn out there. It's just
Yeah.
kind of a turn of a movie.
Yeah, don't waste your money. Wait for it to be on Netflix or Hulu.
Or TBS.
Yeah,
Or
it's probably gonna
TBS.
be on TBS.
Straight up TBS. You're right.
TBS.
But you know, the straight TBS movies were funnier. You know what I mean? Like they used to be like,
I don't even know if there are straight TBS movies. I just said
and not straight TBS. I mean, the movies that like come
End
out
up on
in theaters
TBS.
and then end up on TBS.
Like Horrible
Oh.
Bosses or
Or like Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
I always see Wedding Crashers on TBS. That's a fine movie.
it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
good
okay
one.
with Horrible Bosses too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not great, but it was.
Yeah.
At least it's got
It's funny.
parts.
Honestly, like I don't really like Horrible Bosses, but I think that this movie would be better if it was more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
That's low praise, but yeah.
yeah, it's low praise. I don't like Jennifer Aniston. I'm just sick
Well,
of
okay, so
Jennifer
I just
Aniston
saw a
and everything.
thing. Like
I can imagine Jennifer Aniston in this movie, and that's an insult. To the
Yeah.
movie.
I saw an article that was talking about how like they predicted that this movie was gonna be as big as Game Night and as big as like Blockers, which I had no idea were
Did those
big
movies do well?
this
Yeah.
summer. I
I
did
guess.
not.
Who knows?
I had no idea.
We're out of touch.
I guess a lot of people love the movie Blockers.
Blockers seems funnier than this.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
From the trailer, it seems funnier.
Blockers seems like it's like a better idea.
Kyle, you're just old, so I mean, anything with the youth.
Yeah.
I mean,
It does have a similar vibe to Game Night, where I feel like I would get annoyed how
over the top.
again with Game Night how the idea is supposed to be like, this is super over the top. We're going to pretend like all the characters are just totally down with over the top, which is kind of what this movie did.
Game Night should have been a sequel to Date Night. It just seems like the same premise, basically.
Probably is.
You know,
The-
more Steve Carell and Tina Fey in our lives.
The Night Cinematic Universe now. It's like we're a cinematic universe where Tag, Game Night, and Date Night are all happening. It's like,
The fucking-
Tag Night.
Well, then Battleship will fit in that, right? Because it's all just game themed.
No, Michael.
No,
It has to be a
Michael, stop.
trilogy of middle-aged married couples trying to save their marriage.
Exactly.
Doing interesting things.
Yeah.
You got Keeping Up with the
Battleship's not
Joneses,
that.
and
I
then
didn't see
John Hamm has more of a backstory.
What?
All right, never mind. I don't know. Well, recommendations? Will we do them?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I'd
already said.
recommend Tag. Go watch.
Totally, yeah. Go watch it. It's
Yeah,
fun
I think
time.
we should get some friends together, go to the park, and play some tag, and then like expand from that and do some like property damage throughout the city. Sure, that'd be better.
Fake
time
miscarriage.
Yeah, I think everyone should just like listen to this and then reenact tag in your real life instead of actually seeing the movie.
I don't want to have to run.
So Dan, who? And now you can tell us who is the secret character in Super Smash Brothers that only you know about.
It's John Hamm.
Tight.
Heck yeah.
Nice. Is that where we're gonna end it?
I mean, like, yeah, Don Draper's in Smash, so that's cool.
WolfPunch.